on DC News Now at 9. Two groups involved in a shootout in Northwest DC, leaving 2 people hurt.
This is crazy. This is madness. Like I said, everybody got a gun. That's real.
What we know so far. A budget battle in Maryland's largest school district comes to a head with controversial cuts.
We can give money to all this extra crap, but we can't take care of our own kids.
Reaction tonight.
Hi, my friends. I'm dragging a heat wave across the DMV forecast. It's in a moment.
After a nearly 20-year hiatus, an iconic DC area music festival is back.
The brand is still so strong.
Hear from a man who's been involved with HF Festival since the very start.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Developing at 9, 3 people injured in 2 separate shootings minutes apart in Northwest DC. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tosin Fakile. Chris Flanagan has the night off. Now take a look at your screen. Police are looking for this man in connection to the first shooting in Petworth. Officers found a man shot on Kansas Avenue and Shepherd Street. He was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. Now here's a better look at the suspect. He was last seen riding away on a black and white electric scooter. Now that was just before 4:30 p.m. 20 minutes later, police were called to an area 2 miles away for another shooting, the scene of a shootout on 13th and Colorado Avenue near the Brightwood neighborhood. 2 people there were injured. And DC News Now's Marielle Carbone following the story for us tonight. She joins us live from the scene with the latest. Marielle, what can you tell us?
Well, Tosin, police are still out here investigating. They've been out here for hours. I can show you they are actively, they've been inside this car here, which actually had bullet holes through the window. Glass is still in the area, and a tow truck is here waiting to take that car away. Now, we saw crime scene markers, about a dozen, it looks like, bullets fired. People we spoke to out here say that the whole ordeal this afternoon was frightening.
I heard around 7 or 9 gunshot. I listened to some for the whoosh, whoosh.
That's when Albaro Angel dropped to the ground.
My answer is put on the floor because it's danger for everybody.
Angel was working, remodeling a home on Colorado Avenue Northwest, when police say 2 groups of men, 6 in total, started shooting at each other. A man and woman were hit and taken to the hospital. The groups were seen running down Georgia Avenue.
Yes.
Bullets hit at least 2 cars. Glass from this dark Audi covered the street. The back window of this white Lexus shattered too.
Well, I didn't really understand it. When she told me, she said they shot the windows out, and I said, who was they?
Alonzo Robinson owns the Lexus and says his niece called him about the shooting.
This is crazy. This is madness. Like I said, everybody got a gun.
His niece is safe, but tonight he's on high alert. His message to others:
Your head got to be on a swivel. If it happened in the daylight, you know it's going to happen at night.
And again, police are still investigating. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police. Reporting live in Northwest, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
What a frightening incident, Marielle, thank you. And we have new video tonight at 9 showing a triple shooting in District Heights. It happened yesterday at Fresh Market 24/7 convenience store on Marlboro Pike. Take a look at the video. It appears to show a sedan driving up to the store. 4 suspects seen jumping out and opening fire. Prince George's County Police say the man who died was 19-year-old Anthony Ward III. Ward and 2 others were shot on Marlboro Pike and Walker Mill Road. Detectives believe the shootings were targeted. So far, no arrests have been made. All right, switching gears now. Your time 9:03, taking a live look at the White House. Clear skies tonight, even better than that. Cooling temperatures. All right, let's check in the Chief Meteorologist, Janessa Webb. And Janessa, my God, I loved today.
Yeah, won't he do it? I mean, we are seeing pretty great temperatures across the region. Great skies right now under a lot of clearing. Partly cloudy. There's a few clouds across Prince George's County into Montgomery County that are going to clear out as we go into the rest of your overnight into tomorrow morning. Another fabulous day, dry conditions. The only difference now is that we are tracking temperatures temperatures slightly warmer for your Wednesday, and then Thursday the heat really starts to build. 69 right now for DC, upper 50s for Winchester, Martinsburg 61, and then we're into the lower 70s out towards southern Maryland into St. Mary's, Calvert County. Dew points as well. We continue to see kind of this mildness that's building. 50 right now, and this soon will be a distant memory across DC metro area and surrounding counties as really that high starts to retreat and we see some kind of dew points back into the upper 60s to lower 70s. So heat and humidity, it will continue to build. Satellite composite radar, limited cloud coverage across the region, and so we'll continue to watch all up and down the East Coast this clearing that will continue to happen. I have more on this forecast coming up. Tosin.
All right, Janessa, thank you. Looking forward to it. Well, in a controversial move, the Montgomery County School Board has approved next year's budget. It's $30 million short of what the school board has pushed for. Now, to make up for that deficit, the virtual academy will not be offered next year. That program was created during the pandemic. A lot of students tell us they learn better from home. Now they're worried about next year and students who have gone to school.
Struggle in person, so them deciding my future, it's really hard.
I'm so baffled by the world we live in. We can give money to all this extra crap, but we can't take care of our own kids. It makes no sense.
Now, MCPS also plans to increase class sizes next year. Previously, the school district had said this would lead to teacher layoffs. They're now saying current teachers will not lose their jobs. And developing now, an investigation underway after a noose was found on a walking trail in College Park. The discovery was made a week ago. Someone reported finding a yellow rope with a noose knot along Paint Branch Trail by College Park Community Center. Stay with DC News Now for updates as we learn more on this story. A Montgomery County teen charged with making a bomb threat against Walt Whitman High School in Bethesda. Police say the threat was made on Friday, but determined to be unfounded. Police charged a 15-year-old MCPS student with threats of mass violence. The student's name not being released because they're a minor. Virginians and the governor are responding to changes to a program that previously allowed families of some disabled veterans go to college for free. We're talking about that Virginia Military Survivors and Dependents Education Program. The General Assembly's changes make eligibility harder for tuition waivers by requiring students apply for financial aid and potentially pay out of pocket. Veteran and advocacy groups sounded off at a meeting last night, saying many families were not warned about these changes and the impact of the changes.
Virginia State Assembly to gut this program in the latest budget really pulls the rug out from under military families and seems like an unconscionable betrayal of trust. Why?
Do what's right. Money shouldn't be a cost. Lives have been lost. Lives have been ruined. But there can be something better. You can rise up like a phoenix to the ashes by letting our children get an education.
And Governor Glenn Youngkin says he heard from Virginians clearly, and he is working to repeal the changes this month. In the district, the 90s are making a comeback. The famous HF Festival is returning after nearly 20 years. It's returning to National Park in September, and that is where we find DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg. Daniel, a lot of people are getting excited for the lineup. That lineup released today.
Tosin, the Postal Service and Death Cab for Cutie are headlining this show in September. They are billing it as one day, one stage here at Nats Park with 11 bands. From 1990 until the early 2000s, HF Festival brought tens of thousands of people to D.C. in what could only be described as
mayhem.
Bob Waugh was the brains behind the operation as assistant program director at alt-rock radio station WHFS. The HF Festival showcasing big-name bands and newcomers.
It was kind of a gift to our listeners, an opportunity for us to create something that was fun and affordable and absolutely crazy at times.
Local promoter IMP got the rights to the name and is bringing it back.
With the resurgence of people being interested in 90s bands, it just seemed like a natural thing to give it a go.
IMP Director of Communications Audrey Fix-Schaefer attended many HF festivals herself.
What I loved was part discovery and part going for bands that I knew. And that to me is the beauty of a festival.
A number of people online aren't happy about the prices. A single ticket at the lowest tier costs $175 after fees, and a single ticket the next level up is nearly $300 after fees.
People have a budget, and we try to keep it as tight as we can. There's a cost to having a ticketing system.
Wah, a consultant for this year's festival, expects a middle-aged crowd from the past mixed with younger music lovers.
It's a pretty solid lineup, I think, and it'll be interesting to see the meeting of the tribes, so to speak.
Now, just like IMP opened up the Atlantis with a lottery system, the HF Estival is also going with a lottery system to be able to buy tickets. You can register online until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. We're live outside of Nats Park. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.